Florida State defeats Georgia Tech 21-15 in the ACC title game. The Noles are headed to the Orange Bowl. I'm Jeff Fischel with ACC greats Riley Skinner and Dorsey Levens. Time to look back now on the 2012 season and give grades to these two teams. Dorsey, let's start with Georgia Tech. How would you grade the Yellow Jackets' year?
I'm going to give Georgia Tech a C- for the simple fact that they are bowl eligible. They do have a losing record, 6-7, which almost wanted me to give them a D, but because they're going to a bowl, I gave them a C-. The season's been up and down. Obviously, you start off 2-4. Things kind of go in the tank and you kind of fight back. Some things have to happen for you to get to the ACC championship game. They led the ACC in rushing. That was probably the biggest positive they had from their season. But they were last in passing. Defensively, they were middle of the pack to back of the ACC. Special teams, the same way. So, obviously, you fire your defensive coordinator halfway through the season, there are going to be some issues. So I think moving forward next year, I'd like to see that defense especially get better for Georgia Tech.
Dorsey points out they're 6-7, but they are going to a bowl game. The NCAA granted the Yellow Jackets a waiver so that even though they have the losing record, because they made it to the title game, they can still go to a bowl game. Riley, give me a grade for the Florida State Seminoles this season.
I'm going to give the Florida State Seminoles a B+. And I want to give them an A, but there's two reasons why I give them a B+. Number one, the NC State game. The second half of the NC State, they took their foot off the gas. They played conservative, and they lost that game that they definitely should have won. And then the other reason is this game tonight against Georgia Tech. I mean, that was a very similar second half that they had against NC State, and I feel like they should have learned from what they did in Raleigh and let the Wolfpack come back. And Georgia Tech made it a very close game. But at the end of the day, a 10-win season. I don't care what conference you win, what schedule you play. 10 wins is a success, and it's tough to do. They're going to a BCS game. I mean, they played like one of the best teams in the nation 10 weeks out of the year. Unfortunately, 2 of the weeks they struggle, so that's why I give them a B+.
Jimbo Fisher, it wasn't pretty for his team against the Yellow Jackets, but they get it done, headed to the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day. With Riley Skinner and Dorsey Levens, I'm Jeff Fischel. You're watching the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.